Aloha and welcome in. Kapualani here with your timeless guidance for the moment. So, whenever you should be seeing this, as always, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. We're going to open up space as usual with some sound clearing and toning, giving us a little bit of room to set some intentions or goals for our time together today, releasing anything and everything that no longer serves as you exhale, calling in those goals, your guides, your guardians, all that beautiful sacred support as you inhale. And again, as you exhale, giving thanks, gratitude, and appreciation to all whom you've called forth. All right, let's begin. Okay, so thank you again for being here. For those who are new, I will be offering a part two to this reading if you're interested at kapualani.com/extensions. And I do offer personal sessions live and pre-recorded. Okay, if you're interested at kapualani.com. The links are going to be in the description box below and in the comments. So Spirit, what's our message for this week, for this moment? What do we need to know? What is the core? Six of Pentacles. I don't know why, but I got you reap what you sow. I don't mean that in like a foreboding or ominous kind of way, but this is all about really acknowledging your long term hard earned rewards and efforts. So I'm getting a twofold thing. One, it's a time to really understand that the steps that you've taken in the past, it's all adding up and it will continue to add up. Okay, this Six of Pentacles energy, it is a give and a take. It's about harmony and balance, in terms of exchange. Okay, and this is physical. So, like what you put in, it's what you get out of something, of a situation. There can be, I don't know why, but for some, yeah, you're starting to really see some blossoming, some development after, again, a period or, having a longer period of putting in the work. For some, this may be a time to open up to receiving, especially if you're a giver. If you've been on the receiving end a lot in the past, then you're getting ready to open up to feeling comfortable in terms of giving. And so you always want to make sure that there's a balance, though, right? That you're not overdoing or underdoing, that kind of thing. I'm always, Libra rising here. Got to find that balance. Saw 3:23 on the timer, but let's explore this a little bit, Spirit. Yeah, seven. Sorry. I don't know why I'm coming up with seven. Does somebody have a seven somewhere that needs to be, is there something with the number seven for somebody? But Four of Swords. So Six of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Yeah, you're going to be able to take a break. If you've been plugging away at something, this is your time to just have a moment of pause, of ease. Any conflicts or any struggles that you have been pushing through recently are coming to a, well, I don't want to say, oh, just coming to a close, but you're going to have a period of respite. Okay, that's what we're looking at here. Let's keep this going. So Spirit, where's this kind of leading up to presently? Okay, ooh, we've got like a whole layout. We're gonna start from top to bottom here. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, long-term efforts. So this is something where I like, part of what I'm hearing also right now is to get what you want. Don't be afraid to invest yourself. Don't be afraid to take it slow and steady. This is not about just waiting for the answers to come to you, but it's about like allowing for the growth, showing up as you're able to, and understanding that, like anything else, this is a journey. This is a process. Whatever your goals are right now, whatever it is that you're getting through, Wow, we got like the whole gamut here. Okay. I'm just interpreting. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to take a moment to take all this in. Okay. Something that initially may feel like a little bit of a headache or may not seem as though, like, I feel as though there may be a situation or connection that you're looking at from afar. Like you can, it's kind of like when you're approaching something, you can see it at a distance and you're just like, oh, I don't know. Like I'm going to have to go through this, but I don't want to go through this. Like I'm going to have to do this, but I don't want to do this. It can be something as minor as an appointment. It could be something even, it could be fun, something fun like a trip that you have planned, but the whole, aspect of having to pack and schlep yourself and your stuff to like this location or whatever, that may feel a little bit daunting. However, there's going to be something, some kind of a breakthrough, some kind of a transformation that will lead to new beginnings, like big time new beginnings. If love is on your mind, especially, then I want to say this is a very good sign that things are going to be working out in your favor. um I feel like this is really giving me the feeling, the message that you're someone who, it's like work in progress. This is not your first time being like, okay, I'm going to do some inner work. I'm going to focus on my self healing or whatever. You've been doing this. Okay, you've been doing this and you already get it. You've heard me say, especially if you've joined me before, right? You've heard me say it time and time again, that it's a journey, not the destination that matters, but the journey, right? And for whatever reason, like part of, oh, sorry, they just keep giving me some other messages here. After a moment of respite and kind of like rebalancing yourself, finding your foothold again, you may feel as though you're coming to an impasse that will be a bit, again, of a headache or a bit conflicting. This could involve others or another person that you're just kind of not on the same page with, a situation to where it's not feeling as symbiotic or as flow as you would like. Again, it's giving a little bit of a headache. You may kind of start to go into this worst case scenario space, but Spirit is saying, listen, don't rush through any of it. Try your best not to assume anything, especially don't assume the worst. You can put that out there, but clear it from your system. Try not to sort of, like, how should I put this? Your own fears will not get the best of you or the worst of you. um I really feel like these cards are saying that there is going to be something of a breakthrough. It may not be the most pleasant breakthrough, but the results, when all is said and done, are going to be favorable, as you can see with this Four of Wands, the Ace of Cups. This could indicate a new home. It could indicate a new job. This could indicate a new partnership. Your vision of that you the vision that you've been holding is starting to come together. You're starting to see the foundation forming of like your actions are going to start to line up. You'll find a rhythm, and it's something that's going to bring you a lot of fulfillment and happiness, a lot of joy, maybe even some healing that's going to be coming through after this period of like, okay, I thought that I was just kind of starting, I was accepting that it's going to take a little bit of time for me to get the answer, the goal, the outcome that I want. I was accepting it. was working toward it. I'm still, I've still been kind of like embracing this idea of being the Knight of Pentacles and just getting to the end line when I get there and not overly obsessing about how and when. That might come up. You might start to worry a little bit. You might start to feel a little bit of panic, is what I'm hearing. And again, maybe like a little bit doom and gloom, worst case scenario. Like, oh my gosh, is this ever going to happen? Is it going to be this way forever? I'm seeing, maybe other people are going faster than me, or I'm seeing them having results that I would like. But here's the thing that Spirit also wants to remind us, like, unless you're there, unless you're really in it, you don't know. It's all about, I don't know why, but I'm getting the glamour. It's about what that's like, whatever the surface of what it is, whether it's a business, a person, an individual, an influencer, a celebrity, a storefront. It's what they're presenting to the world, the version of reality that they want to present. And so that's where I'm getting this message, like, do your best, because you know this. I know that you know this, but this is just your validation, a reminder not to get too caught up in, like, oh, or being deterred by a surface value of anything, nor, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is all really about readdressing the fact that even when we stumble and fall a little bit, or even when we get into our thoughts in not such a great way, if we can remember just to slow down, to breathe, to pause, to not just try to plow through. It's not always about ripping off the band-aid, is what I'm getting. It's not always about just, psh, okay, like, I know I'm expecting this to happen, so I just want to get through and get it over with. It's not always about that. It may feel that way, that may happen unexpectedly, and in the end, everything's going to work out. You're going to have clarity as to why. There could be certain things that you're just, again, I'm just getting this. So I hope that this, as always, I hope it all resonates. Can't win them all. But again, part of like what I'm getting here is it just, there's something that maybe you're just not wanting to go through. It's like you can see the train wreck up ahead, and you have no choice but to go past it, but to get through it. Like, the only way through is through. But you can see that there's that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow on the other side of it all. And so Spirit's like, listen, don't just try to, like, okay, this isn't one of those moments where you're gonna like rev yourself up to just blast through it, right? Like, it might happen quickly. There may be that type of a quick breakthrough, unexpected, surprising. It may not be very comfortable. And again, when all is said and done, you're going to be happy with the results. You're going to be happy with the direction. Okay, whatever this is about, whether it's home renovations, whether it's being single for so long and trying to get yourself back out there again, and you're like, oh, I don't know, whether it's about a career shift or growth and evolution in a career or in a relationship, whatever it is, again, it's just, there may be, you can see that there's going to be a little bit of discomfort and like, oh my gosh, but the only way through is through, like taking your medicine, you know what I mean, to feel better. Like, it's something that maybe you're not wanting to do, but once you get through it, it's gonna be very quick, and it's like all downhill from there. That's like biggest thing, biggest message. All right. So in part 2, we're going to go a little bit deeper into this, get some follow through, see what else is kind of coming up to influence other messages from Spirit. And keep in mind, we are going to also ask the angels some yes no questions. Stay tuned. We're going to be looking at the animal spirit card in just a moment here. But angel answers yes, no. Romance angels for some heart-centered love advice. But again, I always say this doesn't have to be about love, just whatever you're passionate about at the moment. So let's do this. And if these messages have resonated and you are new to the channel, then please consider subscribing, giving this video a like, maybe leaving a comment. Definitely helps to support the channel, and it would make my day. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here. But animal spirits, which animal spirit has a message for us? Ooh, we have a couple of them here. So you've got elk. Elk always make me think of Colorado. I've lived in Colorado. So if you're in Colorado or something up with Colorado, hey, maybe this is for you. So elk and earthworm, really interesting, these earthy energies. Um, I feel something, I don't know. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. One second here. Something's in a state of transition for sure. Um, there may be certain things about the effort that you've been putting in that initially will appear again like a headache, like something you're not wanting to do, like a bit of a pain point, like, oh, do I really have to eat the vegetables, or do I have to do this? Da, 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 da. And it's kind of like, listen, don't just shove it all down. There's just have a little bit here, have a little bit there. Something, I don't know why, but there's going to be quick turnaround results. Again, it may not be the most graceful, comfortable, but it's going to happen. And so with the, sorry, I'm going back to this because it's all intertwining for me. I hope it is for you. But there's something that is going to be taking a little bit of time. I'm drawn to the idea of tribes for some reason when I'm vibing on elk. Maybe it's because elk, they do travel in their packs. I'm not packs, what is it called? Um oh my gosh. Herd. Yeah, herds. Um but there's something here also about integrity and leadership that I'm getting. Um I feel like I'm slow and steady. Yep, slow and steady wins the race. That comes up with the Knight of Pentacles, but I feel that similarity with the elk here. I feel this energy also potentially something significant with the new moon. And I believe we will be seeing the new moon. Forgive me, but in the like this is filmed, obviously you're seeing this for June, so June 25th I believe is going to be the new moon, so it could be something significant around the lunar cycles or the next lunar cycle, the upcoming lunar, the bigger one, because we recently had that full moon. And then the earthworm, I'm present to turning the soil and I don't know, I'm thinking about the literalness of what earthworms do in terms of rehydrating things and rejuvenation, and also the simplicity in something starting up. So there's something about grounding, maybe even connecting to the earth, connecting to nature. um I feel, hmm, yeah, purposeful, intentional movements and steps and actions. Yeah, that's what I like. That's just the download that I got. And so in part two, we're going to read from the book to get more of a clear descriptive meaning guidance from the elk and the earthworm. Okay, so I am going to just wrap up here and remind you to visit kapualani.com to schedule your session, or kapualani.com/extensions to hop into part two. I offer a sliding scale rate starting at $1.11. So whatever vibes with you, go ahead and do that. But I do encourage you, if again this is spoken to you and you want to see what more the messages are coming through from this, like what are these new beginnings, where, you know what I mean, how are things going to be unfolding, whatever the case, we're here for you. I'll see you in part two. Thanks so much for being here. Till next time.